Legion Azure. Like always, we got some director stuff for the new James Bond movie. I'm always down to see the James Bond stuff. I love it, so let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Let's hope it's good.
The white dots on the screen,
Oh boy.
the adrenaline started pumping, and then Bond turning towards the barrel and firing. When that comes on screen, it's like to settle in and get ready for a ride. For me, as a writer and a director, it was essential to rediscover Bond. Where is he? After 5 years of retirement, who has he become? He's sort of a wounded animal struggling with his role as a 00. The world's changed. The rules of engagement aren't what they used to be. The rules of espionage darker in this era of asymmetric warfare. The people close to Bond, those he considers to be family, are at great risk. And now there's someone new out there, more dangerous than anyone he's ever encountered. And whoever they are is smarter and stronger than Spectre. From the moment he's called to action to the end of the film, it's a race, not only to save the world, but their lives. No Time to Die is the culmination of all that Bond has become. With all that he's seen, all the trauma, the loss, what is that mission that will be his most challenging and most difficult? And that was our target, and we aimed to do something extraordinary with this one. Every Bond film has that thing, the danger, but also the emotional punch. Everything that was left unsaid will finally be said. This will be the final chapter for Daniel Craig.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be so fucking. I'm so excited, dude. I'm so excited. Dude, I've been a huge fan of 007 for, ever. I've never been like, I don't know, I wouldn't say I was like one of those people that was like standing out in theaters for 007. Like, I always liked 007, but it was always like, oh, it's on TV, let's watch this. Or, I don't know, I wouldn't say I was like one of those super fans or the people that go nuts when I was a kid or younger, you know, like even Star Wars, although it's I love Star Wars, not so much the movies anymore, but more of the audiobooks and or books and comics, the Clone Wars series, stuff like that shows a huge thing. That mirror looks like it doesn't reflect anything. What the hell is that mirror? I can't even make out like the background. I don't know, that's crazy. But yeah, as a kid, like, I wasn't like this Omega fan, but I really liked it. I really loved 007, but I wasn't like super crazy for it. As I got older and older and I really could enjoy these movies, I became more of like a hardcore fan. It's just, it's up there with all the things that I loved, you know, 007. I love Jason Bourne as well, and I probably like it more than anything as far as action movies that aren't like just dumb action, you know. Like Bourne and Jason Bourne and like 007, you know, some of them kind of, some of the 00s kind of but they usually have something to it, right? You know, like Mission Impossible has like this ludicrous aura around it. It's like a clown. You're watching a clown, the movie. But like James Bond has always been something a little bit more serious with its awesome moments. And that's what I love a lot about 007. It's just always so good. I always enjoy watching the movies. I mean, the one with Halle Berry was kind of a huge yikes. Usually, when you take real actors that aren't 00 and you put them in there as extras, like when you put other leading actors in 007 that isn't just 00, like Daniel Craig or I cannot remember the guys from the Halle Berry one, but it always makes it worse. And it's not just 007 movies. It's a lot of movies. When you want, like in Star Wars, you want the main actor to be maybe somebody, right? In the original 4, 5, and 6, Sir What's His Face that played Obi-Wan was a very known person back then. You know, but in certain movies, you want sometimes the main actor to be the main star, and you want either up and comers or ones that you haven't seen before that aren't pigeonholed. And Halle Berry was just not. I mean, she was already an actress, then a failed actress, then a horrible wife a few times. She had this whole baggage under her stardom, and people were like, "Really? This is who's on here?" You don't want two leading people in 00. You want the main Daniel Craig, and you want other, like, it's like when you put like swimsuit or Victoria's Secret models in there that can act. It's cool because it's an offshoot. It's not necessarily their main thing, but they have some talent for it, and they fit the role, which is a beautiful woman. Or like seeing Batista in the last one was kind of weird. It was kind of like okay. I was okay because he played a side character in Guardians. You know what I mean? So it kind of worked. But for anyways, 007's always been just super fun to watch. Always love it. That's just kind of my 2 cents. Because we're seeing people now that aren't necessarily the main, like, triple A-list celebrities, right? Like, Batista's not that way for the most part. Like, even The Rock is up there, and people think he's super big, but he's kind of, like, dimmered down now after Fast and Furious and some of the other stuff he was doing. He's still a huge star, but he doesn't have... He's so unique that you can't just say, oh, he's... You know, it's not like Brad Pitt. If Brad Pitt was in this movie, you know, or like it was like Oceans was made around all that. It was a team. But the guy that's playing... he was in... isn't it... the hacking Netflix show, Mr. Something. I can't remember what it's called. That's the guy. You know, he was also in the Queen movie, wasn't he? He was the guy that portrayed, yeah. And so he's big in his own right, but he's still younger. He has not seasoned as much as, like, say, Craig or whoever else that's been around for a long time. You know, so like when you put like Kevin, what was his name? Pierce Brosnan was the guy from Halle Berry's, I believe. He was the best looking, fit the part, you know, in my opinion. And he's already this bigger actor back then, and you get Halle Berry that's either possibly up here or equal, and it offsets the movie. Casting is key, man. And so in this one, you see a lot of people that aren't necessarily like humongous AAA stars, but they are stars in their own right, in their own niche worlds. Like Daniel Craig he's big. He's been in a few things, right? Even comedy stuff. Brad Pitt, right? You couldn't have Brad Pitt because Brad Pitt's been in every fucking movie ever. Even Matt Damon, I'd be like, eh. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. These are just kind of my thoughts on 007. I love it. That one movie kind of irked me with Halle Berry, although it was just whatever. But they're always so fun to watch, and I don't think I've seen all of them. I kind of want to go back and watch like even the black and white ones. I believe maybe I'll just start with Sean Connery. I don't know. I don't know if I want to see that the first James Bond, I believe was the very first one, was an American, or he was played by an American, which is kind of a fun fact. I believe he was the first one. Either way, I'm going to stop talking. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. See whatever video I'm doing next. Later, guys.